There have been many YouTube awards in history. One for 1 million subscribers, 100,000 subscribers, 10 million subscribers, and even more recently, 50 million, and even upwards of 100 million. But what about that one YouTube award that we all forgot about? Or better yet, we never even realized existed. Well, that's what this video is all about. The long-lost YouTube award that we all forgot about. I've been in contact with a friend of mine who works for YouTube recently, and we've been conversing about lots of things regarding this one particular award that was given out a long time ago on YouTube to a total of only 439 channels. But I actually should say, instead of channels, the award was given out to people in general. The program that was releasing this award was only active for about a year of time, from the dates of 2013 all the way to the very beginning of 2015 in January. And I'm happy to announce that I actually managed to get my hands on one of these special awards, and I'm going to show it to all of you guys today. So yeah, we're about to make history today, boys, because we're about to unbox one of the rarest YouTube awards ever released, and that was ever in circulation at any time. Now, this video was made possible because of my good friend named Phil, who works for YouTube, and I've talked about Phil in a few other videos that I've made. He used to work in the YouTube awards department back when they were shipping these out to people, but basically, without him, I wouldn't have been able to even have known that this thing even existed at any point. He basically pointed out the fact that they sent out over 400 of these in between the dates of August of 2013 all the way to the beginning of 2015 in January. About 60 of them were never even sent to anyone, and out of those 60, they just happened to have 17 of them just lying around in the YouTube headquarters that they never sent. So they were just basically sitting there for up to 5 years. But luckily, because I just happened to know the right people, we're about to unbox the single rarest YouTube award ever. Let's get straight into it. So with all of that out of the way, I feel like it's finally time to break the ice and reveal this long-lost, forgotten YouTube award. And I keep using the word forgotten as if it was at some point known by people, but as I mentioned, this was only handed out to a total of 439 people, only 17 of which remained for me to actually have shipped to me. So, for this particular award, I was given an option of around 17 available videos that had reached 10 million views within the time bracket of 2013 to 2015, and the only one that was actually notable to me that wasn't some foreign language or by some YouTube channel that I'd never heard of was one by Sky Does Minecraft. As a matter of fact, the very first 10 million viewed video that he had on his YouTube channel, Cops and Robbers. Now, this video was particularly the one video that won him this award, and that was mainly because the video itself was the first video to reach 10 million views, which was the main purpose of what the award was for, to be given to everyone who reached 10 million views on one of their videos. But it would only happen the first time you reached 10 million views on a video. All other videos you'd get after that, it wouldn't happen anymore. You would not receive this award. So now, let's go ahead and open it up and see what it looks like. As you can see, it was just shipped to me in a normal FedEx box. Now, I'm not sure if this is what it would actually have looked like to all the people who received this, but to the 17 awards that they just had lying around that they, for whatever reason, never ended up shipping to people, I guess they just ended up having to pick a random box to just throw this thing into, as we can see right here, and they just filled it with a whole bunch of styrofoam. Now, styrofoam's obviously okay because, you don't want this thing shifting around too much. This thing really had some bulk to it. It is quite heavy for how small the box is. Once we reveal it from the inside, it's kind of buried deep in there. We can see that this thing actually looks very, very slick. We have the very nice white old YouTube logo slickly printed onto the top of the box here. And the box itself, surprisingly, isn't that good of quality in my opinion. It just it's a little bit flimsy. It doesn't even have that much of a latch that closes it. It's just magnetically sealed. But as we can see looking around all the sides of it, it is rectangular and it is a lot smaller than any box that you would see with a silver play button inside of it. But it is, as I mentioned, very heavy. It's very bulky. It's probably at least 5 pounds. So as I place this down here, we can actually open this thing up. And the first thing we see is a little foam thing right here that's covering the actual award itself. Now, I'm not sure what this is for. I guess it's just to protect it from any other form of damage. Once we uncover this, we can actually see the award itself. Now, this is the 10 million viewed video award on YouTube. the legendary award that I highly doubt anyone's even heard of or seen before, because most of the people who actually received this were never even really big-time YouTubers and never really cared too much about their YouTube channels, and probably never showed it to anyone except their family members if they did receive this. Here it is. It looks pretty shiny in my opinion. It looks like, from the first perspective, high quality glass. It's definitely not made out of plastic, and it definitely feels like the type of thing that if you were to even slightly drop it, this thing would just shatter all over the place. It's over. You don't want to be doing something like that. And if we look directly into the writing on it, the first thing that we see is, of course, the engraving of the actual word YouTube, and then congratulations for hitting 10 million, and then the video title right below it. Now, the thing that I found peculiar about this is that it says congratulations for hitting 10 million. It doesn't say congratulations for hitting 10 million views. It just says 10 million, and I think I have a hypothesis as to why it says that, because back before the year of 2016, YouTube didn't actually display the amount of, they didn't display the word itself, views, on the video playback page. They just showed the number right there. It didn't actually have the word views. They only implemented that in 2016. So I guess for whatever reason, they just decided to write out 10 million. Whoever was running YouTube throughout all those years, they couldn't think of the word that they were trying to look for when they meant viewership on YouTube. They're like, oh, what's the word we're looking for? I don't really know. Just put the number. Who cares? So I guess that's my main guess onto why that is the way it is. But other than that, we could see the nice slick YouTube logo, and everything else on here is really slick. But really, other than that, the award itself is quite plain. There's not much to it. It's got a nice shape to it. You could obviously place it down on any surface, and you don't have to worry about it falling over. You definitely don't hang it up on a wall, that's for sure. And it just really does feel weird to be holding something that is so unique and so, like, just rare. Only 400, according to YouTube itself, according to my friend who actually worked at a certain time in the award department, only 400 people received this, and 90% of those people who received it, they weren't even owners of big channels. They were just owners of, one-time, viral videos, which is the main reason why they discontinued this program to begin with, because they just didn't want to be giving out these awards to all these people who actually didn't really care about YouTube itself, and they were worried about people just straight up selling them for money. So that's why this whole program was actually discontinued. It's so weird to hold this in my hands right now, and especially knowing that this actually belongs to someone who never received it. Skydoes Minecraft, if you're watching this video, which I know you're probably not, hit me up, bro, because I would be more than happy to give this to you since you rightfully earned it. Not too many big YouTubers that are still around today actually hit their first 10 million viewed video back in the time when these awards were being shipped out to people, and for whatever reason, this was one of the 17 awards that they just never shipped out to anyone. They just left them lying around, and all the others that they didn't ship out and were just kind of, I guess, thrown away. So I felt like it was kind of a waste, because these do look really slick. I think the box itself is actually one of the slickest parts of the award. I'm gonna keep that just for the sake of keeping, unless Skydoes Minecraft, the person who deserves this award, rightfully contacts me, in which case I'll be more than happy to ship this over to you. And one of the most peculiar things about this award was that the actual company that designed this award, that YouTube contracted to make and ship out to all these people, is this website right here, which is still readily available. So you can actually go online and request this award for yourself. You could actually find other third-party websites that sell this award, or at least the model of the award, and you can have one of your own YouTube 10 million viewed awards yourself. Obviously, it won't be the official YouTube award. It won't be shipped in the YouTube box, that's for sure. But you can actually contact this website, and you can theoretically have this shipped to you today, because after YouTube discontinued their own program with this, they kind of just sold the rights to it, so now anyone could technically just sell it. Which I find to be kind of strange. Like, when YouTube eventually discontinues the gold and diamond play buttons after a while, will they just be able to let random people just sell them to anyone they want, or just recreate them? Because I guess in that case, well, we can all have a diamond play button eventually. Alright, and that's the award that you get, or used to get, for reaching a video with 10 million views. And personally, I wish I hit 10 million views back then, because I would have loved to have one of these things. But now, obviously, the only thing I can do is just say, hey, if Skydoes Minecraft is watching this video, or I guess I should say, net nobody at this point, feel free to actually contact me, because I would be more than happy to send this to you. You deserve it, obviously. So yeah, with all that being said, that was the rarest long-forgotten YouTube award. And, hopefully, all of them that are left remaining can go to their rightful owners. But until then, I'll see you guys in the next one. This has been YouTube Unsolved. Goodbye.